they attend. And we will get into our next conversation in a bit. But first, my colleague Joseph Akabley sat down with the former Chief Justice and Leadership Sophia Kufu. She had some thoughts on the removal of the Chief Justice and Leadership Justice Tokornor Saki. I should like you to take a brief listen. When we return from that, my guests are in studio. Dr. Samia is a presidential staffer. The senior presidential staff, I should say. She's also a aide to the man in charge of communications of the presidency and the government. And then Dr. Hamilton, a member of Movement for Change. Your thoughts and comments are welcome as always. We're live on Facebook at 3FM927. Hashtag is 3FM Sunrise. Don't forget, your thoughts and comments are very, very important to you. If you have questions, we welcome them as well. Here's Akabley with the former Chief Justice.
About it has really saddened me, and maybe in a way I feel very distressed by it. Yes.
In terms of the conclusion that was reached, where the matter has journeyed from, is the sadness as a result of the conclusion, or you have questions about the procedure that took place before that?
The sadness is about the whole process. My sadness is because, as far as I'm concerned, it was a very unnecessary. We have been taken through a very unnecessary situation, and which, as far as I'm concerned, and that is my honest and candid view, this has so weakened the institution of the judiciary. It's not so much the individual who occupies the position. It is the institution. That is what I'm concerned about.
I mean, what informs the conclusion that it's an unnecessary process? I mean, we have heard even government spokesperson make the point that a petition was sent, a committee in line with the constitution was set up, they've looked into the matter and they've come to a conclusion. Which aspect of it, what specifically makes that necessary?
I think that, you see, there has always been something wrong with Article 146. And particularly with the procedure that it sets out, and especially as it regards the position of the Chief Justice. In the Ajay Chum case, I took the opportunity to reflect on that weakness that I noticed, and these are not. So to me, they lack the gravity. They lack the gravity that would lead to a grave outcome, such as the removal of the head of an institution of justice. I've deliberately phrased myself that way. It trivializes the position, and I wonder what this is going to lead to further on along the line, because every judge is fair game and every Chief Justice is also fair game.
I mean, is that to suggest that you suspect there could be a ripple effect in that?
Oh, definitely.
Any matter?
It's not suspect. I foresee. Not tomorrow, maybe not next year, maybe not in 5 years' time, but along the line, yes, unless those provisions are dealt with effectively in a revised constitution.
Maybe a more direct question. I have seen the letter that was written by the Secretary to the President to the former Chief Justice.
And that's the other thing. A warrant, a person holding a presidential warrant. That's what the position is you become Chief Justice because you have received a presidential warrant. You can receive all kinds of letters that you are hereby appointed, but if you don't have that warrant, does that make you Chief Justice? Yeah, okay. So if you're removing the person from the position, is it a subordinate who signs the letter? Is that the way it's supposed to be done? That's just by the way, food for thought.
Yeah, but I've seen a warrant as well signed by His Excellency the President.
So why are they showing us that one? I've been receiving all kinds of messages, and every one of them is only bringing out that letter. And in any case, is it polite? Is it proper that it should be a subordinate who writes a letter of removal to a Chief Justice? Really? Really?
And that was her leadership, former Chief Justice Sophia Akufo. That is the letter she's talking about, the 1st of September. It's from the President's communications. It says President Mahama removes Chief Justice Gertrude Arabesaba-Saki Tokornor from office. President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1469 of the 1992 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice, her ladyship Justice Gertrude Arabesaba-Saki Tokornor from office with immediate effect. This follows receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 1466 to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori. After considering the petition and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated misbehavior under Article 1461 had been established and recommended her removal from office under Article 1469. The President is required to act in accordance with the committee's recommendation. Signed by Felix Kwachi, Ofosu MP, a spokesperson to the President, Minister, Government Communications. Doc, you heard the former Chief Justice. Certainly she's not happy that the process has come to this conclusion. She said the committee should not have been set up at all, and that the threshold that you should be looking at, the legal thresholds, were not met. What do you say as a government spokesperson?
Respectfully, I think that I disagree. Especially from the point when the respected former Chief Justice said that it wasn't a warrant that removed the CJ. Indeed, it was a warrant. A picture of the warrant is actually circulating on social media. It does appear that I don't know how it came out. I don't know whether it was the removed Chief Justice that brought it out or something. I don't know. But the point must be made clearly that an actual warrant signed by His Excellency the President was what removed the CJ. That must be put aside. You see, I think that we must be candid in this country. Johnny, one of the fundamental principles of the rule of law is equality before the law.
That's correct.
Look, when you were a Chief Justice, you are a bulwark to all of us. When we are in doubt, when we are saddled with uncertainty, we go to the Supreme Court for interpretation.
That's right.
When all other avenues fail, it is the court that protects the people of Ghana.
Right.
And so the CJ is the most potent defender of the laws of this country.
Hold your horses a bit. So that's the warrant we're talking about. Exactly. It's on Facebook now, on our Facebook page at 3FM927. It says, "Now therefore know ye all men that I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, in pursuant of the said Article 1469, do hereby remove the said Chief Justice Gertrude Arabesaba-Saki Tokornor from the office of Chief Justice and Justice of the Supreme Court with effect from the date thereof. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the presidential seal to be affixed at Accra this 1st of September 2025, signed by John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic." So that's the warrants we're talking about.
Exactly. So there was a warrant. You see, so the Chief Justice cannot be the one leading the breaking of the laws of this country.
The minority leader says 3 petitions were received. You looked at one and you have gone on to conclude. What happens to the other 2?
The petitions were separate. They were not petitions that were tied in. They were separate. Each one had its own merit. You understand? When one removes you, 2 others cannot. 2 others cannot. The fact that they are 3, assuming without admitting that 2 vindicated the Chief Justice, what if one actually removed the Chief Justice? Because it is clear that the committee set up by the president, 5-member committee consisting of 2 Supreme Court judges, whom the Chief Justice were working with. And it is a point that a lot of Ghanaians must put their mind to. Johnny, as I sit here, when I am being investigated by you or my senior doc sitting on my left here, when there is an issue and I am asked, or we are asked, that 5-member committee should be set up to investigate me, and I know I have 2 of you on that panel, I will not be scared, because I know you are men of integrity. I know that I have good working relationship with you. But the moment 2 Supreme Court judges, whom the Chief Justice have been working with over the years, are set up, and the Chief Justice goes about vilifying them and saying that the committee cannot be trusted. You can't trust your own people that you were working with. It means that you are not a good person.
I don't think that was the import of what.
But if you say that you don't trust them, what do you mean by it? The committee has been set up, and 2 of your colleagues that you work with, the same colleagues that you were empaneling on cases that you were part of. You understand the point? It asks. I mean, it begs for a lot of questions than answers.
You know, the former Chief Justice and some 2 other justices of the Supreme Court, Justice Jones Tochi and one other, they came together to say that, look, they were literally supporting the removed Chief Justice and that they were appealing that the process should not travel the full length. What did the government think of that?
There's no problem. We live in a country where each one has an opinion, but we should have the opportunity to have an opinion on other people's opinion. Did
you set the wrong precedence with this removal?
How? So the petition that Mr. Daniel Ofori wrote to His Excellency the President should have thrown it away.
It was done in the past, was it not?
So the President, President Kufuor didn't throw it away. President Kufuor considered it and realized that there was no prima facie case. There was no case for the Chief Justice at the time to answer.
But that was not his job to do per the Constitution.
There's no problem. I'm saying that
there's a problem if the Constitution was.
So I'm saying that the Constitution is clear that the President should do so in consultation with the Council of State.
That's right.
I don't know whether at the time the President consulted the Council of State. I don't know for a fact. But I'm saying that at least President Kufuor responded to it. President Mahama considered this petition in consultation with the Council of State and realized that no, there's a case for the Chief Justice to answer. Shouldn't President Mahama? So President Mahama swore an oath that he will abide by Ghana's Constitution. And so if President Mahama did not set up the committee, did not consult the Council of State, did not act in accordance with the recommendations of the 5-member committee, the court could have even removed President Mahama for breaking the laws of this country. Because the law says that the president must abide by the Constitution. The Constitution says that when the committee submits its report and gives recommendation, the president must do what? Abide and go in accordance with the recommendations.
I'm sure that by now you've heard what the opposition MPP are saying, that you have set a precedent and that going forward, every Chief Justice's tenure will be coterminous with the government that appointed the person.
There are some things I don't even want to say on this platform.
If they are not savory, don't say it.
Yes, you understand the point. There are some things I don't want to say on this platform, so I will not be tempted to say it. You understand the point I'm making, so I will not respond to it. So they don't have any principle. When there was a petition against Charlotte Osei, did MPP not come here to come and defend it? So shouldn't President Kufuor have avoided that temptation? But he removed Charlotte Osei. So if another petition has come and the president has considered it, what is the problem with it? Again, before President Mahama came, was there not a petition against this same Chief Justice? Professor Kweku Asare, didn't he write a petition to President Kufuor for consideration? So when that petition was written, was President Kufuor behind that petition? So if the logic is that the mere fact that the petition has come to the president, it means that the president is the one instigating it. So did President Kufuor instigate the petition by Professor Kwaku Asare against the then Chief Justice? So there is no consistency. These individuals are, the Minister Daniel Ofori is a huge business mogul. Do you know that?
That's right.
I'm told he has shares in almost every bank in this country. You understand the point? So he is not an ordinary person that you say can be pushed by a president or any senior government official to do what he doesn't want to do. You understand the point I'm making? So already people had issues with the Chief Justice even before President Mahama came. So if President Mahama has come and people realize that no, this is a government that will consider the facts and act upon it, and for that reason, some petition has been written for the president to consider. How does the MPP come in on this matter?
The former Chief Justice says she's hurt. She's disturbed.
There's no problem. But the point is that the former Chief Justice reserves every right to have an opinion. And her opinion is respected. But the point is that the Constitution must work. When a petition comes, the Constitution says that a 5-member committee must be put in place.
That's right.
In fact, let me tell you for a fact, some of the reliefs in the petition, President Mahama actually said that no, as for this particular one, Chief Justice Tokornor
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the
some of them.
Oh, he said that?
Yes. That, oh no, as for this one, the Chief Justice did no wrong. So President Mahama meant no malice. The government did not have a position on this matter. The government did not have any interest in this matter. Due process just was followed. And the necessary bodies that were put in place did their work. So how does President Mahama get blamed for merely conducting his constitutional duty?
Doc,
you understand? So I think that the MPP is being hypocritical. They just want to put President Mahama in a bad light. And the people of Ghana will not take them serious. Nobody will be gagged for the president doing his constitutionally mandated duty. Life still goes on. I believe that in due time, communication will come out as to who the president, in consultation with the Judicial Council, will pen down as a new Chief Justice or nominated Chief Justice.
I hear you.
Life will still go on. There's no problem.
Doc Hamilton, what do you think?
Thank you once again. My brother has done justice to the subject matter, so there is little I'm going to add up. When the issue came up, I said it that before the hearing, when the matter has not been put into hearing, she could have resigned. That was a window for her.
You wanted her to resign?
Yes, I wanted her to resign so that it would have saved her image. But that didn't happen. She stayed on to fight through to make sure that she get a fair hearing.
Right.
And I've heard some people saying that the procedure was not that transparent. I bet to differ, because what the former Chief Justice was seeking to do or to have was to have the hearing in public. And the Constitution states clearly that it cannot be done.
Well, it has to be in camera.
It has to be in camera. Good. So what the Constitution provides is exactly what must be done, and that is what was done. My take on the findings is that right after the committee finished its work, the findings were made public.
Right.
To me, it wasn't in the right direction. It shouldn't have been. You had the former Chief Justice, the two former Chief Justices. Now we have three. Justice Enim Yabua Kamen, Okujoto as a legal mogul,
right,
there to testify, and then Justice.
There were 11 witnesses.
Yes, that I'm singling out these personalities because the two of them, Enin Yabua and Sophia, had been Chief Justice.
That's correct.
And they all gave witness in favor of the ousted or removed Chief Justice, that they also enjoyed the same benefit that she enjoyed.
Right.
So they were of the view that she shouldn't have been removed. But at the end of the day, a precedent is being set for us. And the question is it going to continue like that? What our public officers, either being voted or appointed into office, must know is that you cannot sit on this public seat for all your lifetime. A time will come,
Sunrise on 3 FM,
you will
the
have to
best in
exit
the
the
morning.
seat. But the most important thing is, how do you relate with the people that you work with? The two justices that were appointed to be part of the committee, and one being the chairman, she had an issue with them. When you realize that a son of mine, Adenta Kumi's case, that he said he went to a certain restaurant and saw the judges come in, and they were having a conversation with one of the petitioners or something of the sort.
Adio, sorry, that is.
See, it became.
Oh, Adenta Kumi is your son.
Yeah, he's a son.
Ah, okay.
My spiritual son.
I see.
Yeah.
So you told him to go and do that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
In fact, I called him. I said, Kumi, this you did, I believe it wasn't right. You should have stayed back, because there are certain things you don't say it. You've seen it, all right, but you don't have that right to talk about it. Sometimes you have to let certain things slide to save yourself. What he went through
Sunrise on 3
wasn't
FM, the best
called
in the
for.
morning.
He should have saved himself from that. And moving forward, what I'm trying to say is that,
Quickly,
or what I'm
as we
saying,
wrap up.
the Constitution has done its work, the committee has done its work, and so we are supposed to abide by it. And in Article 146 that gave this room for the removal of the Chief Justice, does not explicitly lay it or bind the President to make the findings of the committee public.
That's right.
And so I've heard some lawyers and communicators saying that the President has erred, he should make the findings public.
But I think it's already leaked. It's out there. So.
He does not have, the Constitution doesn't bind him.
Okay.
If we have to do some amendments, then let's do that. Call for amendment of the Article 146, because the former Chief Justice Sophia has made mention of it, that she's not happy with it, and if there's something that should be done, it should be done. But moving forward, I believe that the President has acted in good faith, and then that we should allow the system to work.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton. We're grateful. Dr. Hamilton is with the Movement for Change. Thank you so much indeed for your time this morning here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.
And a person holding a presidential warrant, that's what the position is. You become Chief Justice because you have received
Sunrise on 3
presidential
FM,
warrant.
the best in the morning.
You can receive all kinds of letters that you are hereby appointed, but if you don't have that warrant, does that make you